this government gives them 50 million each.
Hello, great people. Candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 presidential election, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has exposed the early political strategy of President Bola Tinubu towards actualizing a second term in 2027. In a moment, I'll leave you to hear the revelation by Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, where he asserts that President Bola Tinubu has been bribing top political figures in Nigeria across different party platforms with a whooping 50 million naira. That means that if you are a strong politician, if you are a politician of substance in your own right, 50 million naira is awaiting you if you can align with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You may think that 2027 is far away, but I can tell you that the politics toward 2027 has started. What does this mean for the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? What is the implication of this on the ordinary Nigerian? And of course, our democracy in Nigeria as well. We'll be dissecting this. We'll be looking at the content of Atiku's statement, the allegation. How true is it? For what purpose? To what end? And the consequences of that. We'll be doing this and a whole lot more on this episode of Politics with Dr. Omosoladeji. Please, if you are here to subscribe or if you are watching me for the first time, do go to subscribe to this channel so that you can always catch up with my daily videos of analysis of politics and happenings in the politics. Let's hear from Atiku Abubakar, then we come back for some great discussion. Let's hear it.
I want to say here publicly, I met with a political party leadership in the present opposition. And they told me bluntly that this government gives them 50 million each. Where do we go from here? Which means if we are not careful, we are talking to some of you here, but you are recipients of the 50 million you are getting from the federal, from the APC government. You may take exception to that, but I was told by a high-ranking member of an opposition party. So, do we really want to fight for democracy? If we don't, we all go back to our homes. But if we do, I have been in this struggle for over 30 years. An attempt was made on my life. I escaped. I went on exile. I came back. But I never gave up. My businesses were taken over. I'm still surviving. So you need to make up your mind. I'm not doing it like I used to tell some of you, most of you here, not more than my children. I'm not doing it for myself. For me, I have lived my life. I'm doing what I am doing today because of you.
There you have it. You just heard from the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2022 presidential election, Atiku Abubakar. Can we disregard the words of Atiku Abubakar? Well, I will say no, because Atiku Abubakar has been in the political scene since 1993. Atiku Abubakar, some of you don't know, has been nursing presidential ambition since the days of MKO Abiola. That's when Atiku Abubakar has been dreaming to be president. He has been in PDP, he has been in APC, he has friends across all the divide and across different sectors and different regions in Nigeria. So when Atiku makes a statement, you can't just disregard it, especially when he's making that statement at a public forum like that. Definitely, Atiku must have had some concrete information. But let me start from what Atiku said last, that he is doing, or what he's doing, his aspiration to be president, that he's doing it for we the younger ones. Elsa, please, no, don't go there at all. You are not doing it for me. I don't know whether my fellow politicians, whether they think that Atiku is doing it for them, and I look forward to your view in the comment section. But I can tell you, sir, with profound respect, you are not doing it for me. You are doing it for your wives and children, and maybe the friends of your children. I have never met you. I've never seen you. I don't have any affiliation with you. So you are not doing it for me. You are doing it for yourself. And I can give examples as regards that. Buhari tried to be president. He said, oh, I will bring change to the country. As if Buhari is president, definitely all the problem in Nigeria would vanish. Buhari eventually became president. At the end of the day, no change was achieved. It was only his friends, his family, and his loyalists that benefited from it. Goodluck Jonathan said he has no shoes. And people were thinking that, oh, if this man that has no shoes, if he become the president of Nigeria, the life of Nigeria will be better because he is from the constituency of the poor, which is the majority in Nigeria. So, at the end of the day, Goodluck Jonathan left Aso Rock with a trailer of shoes, and Nigerians that didn't have shoes, that were open on him, still didn't have shoes. So please, you are not doing it for me. And I can speak on behalf of some of my fellow Nigerians that, sir, with profound respect, you are doing it for yourself, you are doing it for your family, you are doing it for your kids, because governance in Nigeria has largely not favored anybody. Now back to the substance, which is that politicians are getting 50 million naira. Why is this happening? How can a politician, some of them during the presidential election, when they were on the side of Peter Obi and on the side of Atiku Abubakar, they were saying, oh, Tinubu is a drug baron, Tinubu is a corrupt man, Tinubu has no certificate, Tinubu is this, he's Balablu, he's Blue, he's Bulaba. At the end of the day, they are queuing to collect 50 million naira. Why? Because politicians play to get, not to offer. You see, Nigerian politics is so different in such a way that if you are comparing it with other politics across the globe, for instance, if you are not a Nigerian and you are conducting research on the political atmosphere of Nigeria, Nigerian politics will so convince you in the sense that, in fact, it will be so difficult for you to arrive at any reasonable conclusion, except if you are a Nigerian that you know the terrain. The reason why some of them are collecting this money is because they are in the game. They are for what they will get. They are playing to get, not to offer. So when you are playing to get and not to offer, when the opportunity for you to achieve your aim, which is to get, to receive, to tap from the resources, to benefit financially, and in terms of appointment, in terms of material, to benefit, when the opportunity comes, whether it is from your party or not from your party, you grab it. That is how Nigerian politicians are. They are not there to offer. In other climes, they are there in the political terrain to offer selfless service. They are in the political terrain to offer their skills, to offer their intellectualism and more, in such a way that their country will advance, their country will develop. But Nigerian politicians, I don't know what is happening in their brain. What they are there for is how to tap from the national purse. And so long as this is the case, you can expect that these guys will continue to collect money from whoever is available to offer them the money. And that's why you see that when their party lose election, they can't hold back. It will be very difficult for them. And this falls into two categories. Number one, some of them, they are addicted to power. They are used to power. Power too has an addiction. When you are used to power, you are used to DSS guiding you, you are used to the military, the police guiding you, you are used to people saying, Your Excellency. When you are out of that power, you feel that something is missing. Because why? If you spend 8 years as governor, you would have been addicted to that lifestyle. You would have been addicted to that life of luxury, influence and affluence. And that's why you see that somebody like Nyesom Wike, if you study political behavior, you see that over time, Nyesom Wike, with profound respect to him, has grown to be used to power, has grown to be addicted to power because he has been in the corridors of power since 1999. So even if his party does not win the election, it is not easy for Nyesom Wike to hold back. And that is what is happening to some of these politicians when they explore anti-party means to gain, either for appointment or for monetary gain or for contract basis or for even material gains. That is why, because some of them are addicted to power, so they can't hold back when their party lose, and most of them are in need for political gain. And that is why, if you look at the 2023 presidential election, President Bola Tinubu won, not because he's the best. No, he won because he's a game boy, and Nigerian politicians are gamers. Again, I'll repeat that. The 2023 presidential election, President Bola Tinubu apparently won, not because he's the best, but because he's a game boy, and Nigerian politicians are gamers. In the sense that if you look at it, don't let me compare with the Labour Party or the People's Democratic Party, because some people will say, oh, you are taking side. Let me use the APC, for instance. There is no way in terms of intellectualism, in terms of capacity to govern Nigeria, in terms of age, education, name any criteria apart from money. You cannot compare Yemi Osinbajo, the vice of immediate past president Muhammadu Buhari, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. You can't compare him to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You cannot, in terms of reasoning, in terms of intellect, name anything apart from money. Even in terms of youthfulness, both youthfulness in the body and of the mind, you can't compare Osinbajo to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Osinbajo lost the primary. People voted for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You know why? Osinbajo is not a game boy. He'll be coming to be preaching to them, to be telling them story of how he wants to repair Nigeria, how Nigeria will be great and all that, and you expect to win election. Peter Obi will come and be telling them the story of how, he wants to turn Nigeria from consumption to production. You are talking to people that want to gain. You are talking to gamers. You are talking to game boys. They don't want to hear that. They are game boys. They are looking for a gamer. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is one person that he knows the Nigerian terrain. He knows how to play the politics. He knows what the major politicians, he knows what they want. And he knows how to play. And he knows that some of these people are hungry. And he is offering them what they need. And if you want to blame Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so far as one we want to blame him, if you are the president of Nigeria, won't you do like Bola Ahmed Tinubu? If it is money that will make you win, and you have so many money at your disposal, and you see that some of these politicians, they lack integrity and they are hungry, won't you give them peanut so that you can win again in 2027? So long as it is an unholy act, can we really fault Bola Ahmed Tinubu? And if we fault Bola Ahmed Tinubu that what he's doing is wrong, he wants to turn Nigeria into a one-party state that, he is tampering with the democracy of Nigeria. That's correct. I agree with that. But then again, for every giver, there is a taker. So once bribery, corruption take place, if you are blaming the giver, also blame the receiver. Why did this politician, and some of the politicians that collected the 50 million naira, they are not poor. Some of them, they are millionaires. Some of them are billionaires. But just because they want to align with the power source. I also analyze for you, my fellow politicians, how power is magnetic, how money is magnetic. I've given that analysis before. That's why you need to subscribe to this channel if you are yet to subscribe to this channel. Nigerian politicians, they want this money. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have this money at his but despite the fact that some of them are not poor, they are still queuing up to collect 50 million naira. Another thing we must not fail to look at is that if Atiku were to be the president, and he's been nursing that ambition since 1993, if it is to offer money, he too will offer money. Let's not deceive ourselves. Nobody in these guys are saying he too will offer money. And there's more to come. 2027 will be one of the most tough elections in Nigeria because Bola Ahmed Tinubu will give these guys money for money, power for power, struggle for struggle. In fact, gobe for gobe, wahala for wahala, kata kata for kata kata. Because Tinubu will not give up that power easily, except if Nigerians stand on their feet and say, yes, you, Bola, the son of Tinubu, you must go. That is the only thing. But I don't see Nigerians having that political sagacity, especially with the rate of poverty in the land. Begin to share 20,000 naira now. You see how they'll be collecting it. I also told you a story how my mechanic was lamenting. And I asked him that in 2027, if they give you money, will you collect it? He said, yes. Why would you collect it? That is the mentality of Nigeria for you. So Tinubu will win again if the opposition did not sit tight. So from this 50 million naira, you can see that the crisis in the Labour Party and the PDP that you've been seeing is not for nothing. It's not for nothing. It's for something, which is the actualization, apparently, of a Tinubu presidency in 2027. Well, may the best man win and may God lead Nigeria right. And our politicians will play by the rule. And whether you get that power by desperation, or you really win the election, or you read yourself in, please, so long as you are benefiting yourself, benefiting your family, remember the ordinary Nigerians. Else, if truly there is hell, you can guess what will happen to you. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politics with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science. Do want to subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos, and of course, I have great videos coming your way. Till I see you again, always remember that I love you.